Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me today is Shane Van Gisbergen, and we are here for the Sonoma preview for the NASCAR Cup Series. Back on a road course, Jay.
Well, and one of the more historic road courses, and we'll get into that when we talk about some of the insights and storylines, but Sonoma definitely has history with the Cup Series. For a long time, it was one of only two road courses on the circuit. So a lot of history there. We'll see what more history is made this weekend.
Have you had a chance to take a look at the enter list?
Yes, and I know we talked about this already. Even I think Chris brought it up on Monday night. There's only going to be one open team, so there'll be 37 teams out at Sonoma for the Save Mart 350. The extra entry is going to be the number 78 Live Fast Motorsports machine. Will be driven by Catherine Legg, and she had quite the showing at the Chicago Street Course. So we'll see how she does out here in California.
Yeah, I think she'll be even better in California. It'll be interesting to see who doesn't make it. Okay, now the Cup Series is racing the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma Raceway. And just to restate it, it's a 1.99 mile road course. They'll be racing Sunday, July the 13th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. TNT will carry pre-race coverage starting at 3 p.m. along with radio coverage on PRN and Sirius XM NASCAR Channel 90. Now, they will race a distance of 218.9 miles over 110 laps. Stage 1 is 25 laps ending on lap 25. Stage 2 is going to be 30 laps ending on lap 55. And then the final stage will end on lap 110. So they will have Cup Series practice and Busch Light pole qualifying on Saturday, July the 12th on True TV, PRN, and Sirius XM starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then there will be the race will be on TNT, PRN, and Sirius XM Channel 90 starting at 3 o'clock or 3:30 p.m. And then the in-season challenge Altcast will be on True TV, MRN, and Sirius XM at 3:30 as well. So kind of interesting that we've got the Altcast going with the in-season challenge. I think some more brackets were busted last week. Or further busted, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say busted for the second time. You said further busted, however you want to call it. I kind of alluded to this in our my opening comments, and I'm going to ask Sharon a trivia question that I don't know the answer to. But this weekend marks the 36th running of a NASCAR Cup Series race at Sonoma Raceway, running from 1989 to 2025, and that's the third most all-time for road courses in the Cup Series. Sharon, what do you think? And I say I don't have the answer here. What are the other two that are ahead of it? I would say Watkins Glen, and I thought Riverside, but Riverside went away. You think that's number one is Riverside?
Possibly, but I think Watkins Glen is one of them.
I was trying to think of another one that it could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But third most is Sonoma, so we do know that.
Only one of the last 6 Sonoma races were won by a driver getting their first win of the season. Daniel Suarez in 2022 did that.
Now, this is one we talk about of, generally speaking, the driver leading the most laps won 5 of the last 6 Sonoma races, all but 2024. So that'll be interesting to watch to see who leads throughout the middle part of the race.
Last year, I think SVG came up to get it at the very end.
Yep.
Now, Kyle Larson has 2, along with Kyle Busch. Daniel Suarez 1. They are the only active drivers that have won at Sonoma before. So really interesting that there's been 3 drivers that have wins there.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty low number as far as active drivers. Now, here's one may have busted your bracket after last weekend, but Chris Buescher finished top 5 in the last 3 Sonoma races, which is the longest active streak. In the last 3 Sonoma races, Chris Buescher has finished second, fourth, and third. So first and fifth, the only places in the top 5 he hasn't fit in yet.
We'll see if he can fit one of those in this weekend. Now, Ross Chastain and Chase Elliott finished top 10 in the last 4 Sonoma races. Again, that's the longest active streak.
And definitely 2 you'd want to have on your list. And maybe at the top of the list, Shane Van Gisbergen. He's won the last 2 road course races now from the pole. The record is 3 by Jeff Gordon from 1998 and 1999. And that involves the 2 tracks we mentioned, Sonoma and Watkins Glen.
Yes, it does. And, I got to think that Shane Van Gisbergen may hit that record.
Certainly a possibility.
2 of the 7 remaining races before the playoffs are on road courses. So Sonoma, which is coming up this week, the other one is going to be Watkins Glen that we'll be going to fairly soon.
And 5 of the last 12 road courses were won by drivers getting their first road course win. Not first of the season, but first road course win. That's almost 50%. I don't see that one increasing this weekend.
Okay. Well, Hendrick Motorsports leads all teams in polls, wins, top 5s, and top 10s, along with laps led, and the average finish on road courses in the next-gen era. That's from 22 to 25. So Hendrick Motorsports has been dominant.
They have, and for a change, it was Alex Bowman. He was the top finishing Hendrick Motorsports driver for the first time in 2025 there at the Chicago Street Course last week by finishing 8th. Not a big surprise, but a little bit.
Yeah, Hendrick Motorsports drivers won 5 of the last 10 road course races with 3 different drivers winning. That includes William Byron, Kyle Larson twice, and Alex Bowman. Oh, actually, Byron has 2. Kyle Larson has 2, and Alex Bowman.
All right. Now, the Stage 1 winner finished outside of the top 10 in each of the last 6 road course races. So even though stage races change the way they race, road courses, held by that strategy. To win the race, you got to give up early and come on at the end.
And Chase Elliott leads all drivers with 10 top 5 finishes in the next-gen car on road courses, but none of his 7 road course wins have come in the next-gen car. So he races well. It's the win that's been elusive for him in the next-gen car.
But I think that's coming. I thought it might happen at Chicago. It did not happen there, but I think it's still coming here. Now, this one might surprise you. Christopher Bell finished in the top 2 in 3 of the last 4 road courses, including the win at COTA this year.
And both of Kyle Busch's top 5 finishes in 25 have come on road courses. Though Kyle Busch, he does well in this next-gen car on the road course.
And here's where I said I was talking about Chris Buescher. He does have the best average finish on road courses in the next-gen car. Be specific with that. It's at 9.3 now. It went up a little bit after the Chicago race. Shane Van Gisbergen, though, is the only other driver with a top 10 average finish on road courses in the next-gen car now. His is at 9.8. Now, he doesn't have as many races, but certainly strong.
Yes, indeed. Ryan Blaney is on a 21-race streak without a top 5 finish on road courses. I find that surprising for Ryan Blaney. Apparently, road courses are not his expertise.
Just a little bit of bad luck, if you will, because I know he's won on the Roval. Yeah, and we know that to start this season. Brad Keselowski, another one. Hopefully his momentum. I know it wasn't great at Chicago, but he is on an 18-race streak without a top 10 finish on a road course. And we know, I think back to him and Marcus Ambrose duking it out at Montreal and Watkins Glen.
Now, the driver leading the most laps won 6 of the last 11 road course races. So that's a pretty good bet.
And the last 3 road course races, Kyle Larson's led. He went on to win. So if he can lead, he can win.
And since Mexico City 3 races ago, William Byron's regular season points lead has shrunk from 67-point advantage to just 13 points between him and second place.
And I'll just throw this in there as a sub note there. That second place is now Chase Elliott, not Kyle Larson. Chase Elliott has snuck into second.
He has indeed.
And actually, here, I got a little ahead of myself. I'll break that down. The top 3 drivers in the 2025 regular season standings are now all Hendrick Motorsports drivers. William Byron is still first, Chase Elliott now second, and Kyle Larson third. It's the 4th race this year where the top 3 in the regular standings were all Hendrick Motorsports driver, and the first season since 2014 that Hendrick drivers ranked 1, 2, 3 in the points following multiple races in a season.
All right. Now, Christopher Bell will make his 200th career Cup Series start this weekend, and 4 drivers have won their 200th start. Most recently, Kevin Harvick at Watkins Glen back in 2006.
Now, there is another driver making their 200th consecutive Cup Series start this weekend. That's Tyler Reddick.
And Ryan Preece has been part of the playoff bubble following the last 8 races. It would be great to see if he can kind of surpass that this week.
Well, with Mexico City and Chicago Street Course, Shane Van Gisbergen is the only repeat winner in the last 10 races of 2025.
In the stage era, Daniel Suarez is the only driver to win at Sonoma from below the cut line. He was 20th, 60 points out before he got that win. You never know who can win from outside that cut line.
Well, and that's how you make it up. We were talking about that at gaining points. You win and you don't have to worry about points. Now, other than Suarez, every winner at Sonoma in the stage era was 6 or better in the point standings at the time of their win. That one is really intriguing to break down when you think about it, because we talked about how you flip the race, if you will. Yeah. Give up on stages, but go for the win.
Now, the pole winner has not won at Sonoma in the last 19 races since 2004. So that's something to keep your eye on. Whoever wins that pole just might not win that race. So we'll see what happens there.
That's after Jeff Gordon's dominance. I was trying to think of who it might have been back in 2004. Wow.
Yeah.
Average finish of the pole winner, to break that down, is 19th over those 19 races. That's wow. That's horrible.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredibly horrible.
Yeah, it is. Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. are the only repeat winners in the last 15 Sonoma races.
Man, I don't know if I'd have gotten both of those. I knew Truex had 2 out there, but wow, him and Larson. Now, 7 of the 16 road course regular season races in the next gen era, or the next gen car, were won by a driver ranked 16th or worse in the playoff standings. And that's where we talk about, because these guys get a little bit in desperation mode and time to go get that win, because they're not going to do it on points. So that's an interesting aspect to watch this weekend out at Sonoma.
It is. Next up, we're going to cover the Understanding the In-Season Challenge.
Well, I'll hit on the 5 races that we've had 2 of already. Sonoma being the 3rd, then it'll be Dover and Indianapolis, and that finale at Indianapolis, the best driver winning $1 million. I think the only thing we need to highlight there.
Yeah. Atlanta, Chicago, and Sonoma are done. Or not done yet. After this weekend, the 3
I was still struggling with the headline, Understanding the In-Season Challenge. It'd be like, if I understood it, I wouldn't have lines all over mine than what I did.
It's a little hard to understand it. Okay, well, let's go over the In-Season Challenge round 3 matchups. We'll go more in depth on this on our preview show that Chaz will join us in. But these are the matchups, and Ty Dillon has just been remarkable, Jay.
It is, and he is one I can honestly say, myself included, didn't give any chance even out of round 1, because he was matched up against the number 1 seeded Denny Hamlin. But circumstances, the way that's played out, he's in it still. Alex Bowman, the number 8 seed, versus Ty Dillon, the number 32. Now, Bowman has made 8 Cup Series starts at Sonoma compared to Dillon's 5. Alex Bowman at 17.2 has a better average finish at Sonoma versus Dylan's 26.8. Bowman also has 2 top 10s versus Dylan's best finish at Sonoma is 23rd. But all of that, there were stats stacked against Ty Dillon in the first 2 races. They don't matter.
It doesn't seem to matter. He's in a different equipment than he's in better equipment
That's
than
true.
he has in the past.
That's true as well.
Our next matchup is John Hunter Nemechek, the number 12 seed, versus Eric Jones, the number 20 seed. Now, Jones has made 7 Cup starts at Sonoma compared to Nemechek's 1. Also, Jones has an average finish of 17.7 and 2 top 10s at Sonoma. Nemechek finished 29th in his series track debut at Sonoma just last season. So, wow. That seems a little lopsided to me. But again, he did do well at Chicago, the street course last week.
And he is, John Hunter Nemechek is actually the higher ranked, the number 12 seed versus Jones, the number 20. Yeah. To me, this is a good news, bad news matchup because it is all Legacy Motor Club. They got 2 drivers. One of them will advance, one will not. However, it will put at least one of them in the Final 4. And I just got to say, who had that as far as their pick of a Legacy Motor Club being one of the Final 4? The next one, this is one of, I did not do it on my paper. I said it out loud, but I didn't stand by it when I did my picks. Ryan Preece, the number 15 seed, against Tyler Reddick, the number 23 seed. Preece's one, I said, was very consistent throughout the year. Unfortunately, that's got him right at the bubble in the playoffs. But both Preece and Reddick have each made 4 starts in the Cup Series at Sonoma. Reddick has 1 top 10 finish. Preece's best finish at Sonoma is 13th. Preece at a 20.2 has a slightly better average than Reddick at 23.8. Now, again, this is just at Sonoma. That one, man, the numbers are a lot closer than I would have thought. I really have Reddick as a better road course racer, but Preece at Sonoma is actually just a tick better. So, man, that one's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one. Now, this one is going to be interesting as well because Zane Smith had a good showing at Chicago last week. You got Ty Gibbs, the number 6 seed, versus Zane Smith, the number 14 seed. Both Gibbs and Smith have made 2 Cup Series starts at Sonoma, so they're pretty much on equal ground there. Smith at 25.0 has the edge on average finish over Gibbs at 27.5 at Sonoma. Smith's best finish at Sonoma is 16th, while Gibbs' best finish is 18th. But you got to remember, Gibbs finished 2nd to Shane Van Gisbergen last week. I just think those last 2 are going to be, well, who's to say any of them are going to be easy picks?
This is one where honestly, and again, I no discredit to Zane Smith. He's advanced in 2 rounds already, and is a solid road course racer. I just think that Gibbs hasn't had the best of luck at Sonoma. You mentioned the Chicago street course. He was also in position and maybe even running Shane Van Gisbergen down at Mexico City. And he's gotten some wins. He got his first win at the Daytona road course. Yeah. This is one where I just got to disregard the numbers, if you will. I actually had Gibbs in the Final 4 on my original bracket. That one I haven't had to cross out or mess with it all yet. So I think this is Gibbs' spot. But
okay, you're giving up your picks already?
Yeah. Well, again, they could change by Friday. No, that's what Gibbs is one I did have, like I said, into the Final 4 on my original full bracket.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to our preview show with Taz. And again, we'll put that out on Friday. Do watch for more coming from Famper Racing Radio. I will put out all of our reviews tomorrow, Thursday, and people will have plenty of time to look those over before the races coming up. But remember, the ARCA West is racing on Friday night, so you'll want to catch that one as quick as you can before they race. But we're giving you plenty of time. Also, on the other side of the race weekend, we will be doing the reviews as well as our Hot Topic Sound Off at 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday night for our live stream. And then also keep in mind, we may, I'm going to put in quotes, may have a guest, not confirmed yet, for Monday as well. So stay tuned for that. And I think Sal is going to be returning on Monday. So we're happy to hear about that.
Well, and if he is good to go, I hopefully we do see him when he's ready. Again, of that, if he's the one that says he's ready to go, tells you how much he misses doing it. I know Sharon says all the time, we have a lot of fun doing this. We hope y'all enjoy it. We certainly want to see Sal back at top-notch form. So if he's ready to go, good to see and good to hear.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll look forward to seeing you when we do our in-season challenge preview on Friday. So take care, everybody.
All right. Have a good night.